Okay, guys, welcome to the first weekly rundown where I'm going to be going over the weekly analysis, the weekly projections of things that I actually trade. So, first thing that we want to look at is we want to look at the news, right? So, we want to know what's going to happen this week so that we can predict, the days that are going to move either good, bullish, bearish, or are going to have a big move. So, today, don't really have much. We have Chicago Fed national activity. Few things for Euro, nothing really too crazy there. Tomorrow it looks like it's not going to be that much as well. Some things for the Great British Pound, S&P Global Composite that will see some volume, but not that much. So Monday, Tuesday, pretty light on the news there. Inflation rate for the Australian dollar. We have durable goods orders at 1330 that will see some volume in the market, but again, it's nothing too crazy. It's not like a Fed interest rate decision, nothing like a Fed speech, nothing like core inflation rate or anything like that. So we're okay on that front. We've got GDP growth rate, which we'll see again, some volume, but not too much. So there should be some quite smooth moves this week. We have obviously, because it is the Thursday now, initial jobless claims. And I'm going to guess that we've got Michigan consumer sentiment on Friday. We've got core PCE. Okay, that's fine. That will probably move the market. And then we've got Michigan later on. So, yeah, Friday is actually the day where we've got the most news. So, pretty clean week. Not really expecting much in terms of massive moves. So, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so let's talk about last week on US 100. Let's just make this a little less messy. Okay, so US 100 on the weekly, we've come down to this level here, where previous high, we're going to probably see some buy pressure here, but let's just zoom in. So we had this consolidation here. We broke this high, pushed to the upside, exhaustion after the consolidation, which was kind of expected. Nice move to the downside. Now, because of this and because of the news, I do not believe that we're going to see a huge move to the downside. I believe that this week is probably going to look something like this. I think it's going to look. So I think that we're going to see an exhaustion to this level at some point. I do believe that we are going to move down, and I do believe that we are going to retest this level as well. So I honestly believe that today, this week, will close something like this, like an indecision candle. So we are going to touch here. We can probably catch sales here, and we can probably catch a buy here to the upside as well before we actually close. Now, the reason why I think that this is going to happen is because we're at a very nice level, super high impact level. Normally, when we do have a big move, we usually see an indecision candle before we continue. Just like we've seen here previously, down indecision. The only one that I can really go off is this big move here. We had indecision, exhaustion, and then the continued move. So I do believe that we aren't going to see much because of the news and because we're at this key level here. And it was a huge move, so there's not really that much space to move. Also, we do have next month, if we just take a look, Wednesday the 1st, Fed press conference and Fed interest rate decision. That will potentially push this to the upside. So next week after the indecision, it will look something like this. So we've seen the push, exhaustion, continue move to the upside. Next week has a huge move to the upside or even to the downside. But this week, I do believe will close as a indecision candle. So how can we trade this? Well, Go to the 1 hour. So we know that we're probably going to retest this level at some point, so we can definitely see some sells here. All the way down to this level here that we haven't really tapped yet. We haven't really tapped into it. We've literally just come shy, like a few pips shy. So actually going into this zone, this is where we will see the buy pressure come in, and we can probably see a long here. But again, we'll see what price action says when we do get to this level. For now, we're just literally looking for sells all the way down to this level so that we can catch a move to the downside, and then we'll see if we break or if we move to the upside at this level. So we'll see what happens there. US 500 now, so the S&P now. Again, very, very strong moves here. Super strong moves. We actually have a key level, which is here, which it hasn't touched yet. So there's honestly potentially some moves to the downside here still. Massive bearish engulfing candle, probably going to continue. But again, more than likely going to be an indecision candle this week. So what have I just done there? Level of buy pressure here, level of sell pressure here. This is probably the week where we're going to see a move to the upside, move to the downside, and we kind of end up here. And then next week, it can either go bullish or bearish at the Fed press conference. That will set the tone for the week. So, very simple. More than likely going to tap this level again and move down, or this level here. Double top on the higher time frame. Move to the downside. After that, we'll see if we break this level or bounce. And then that will determine our next position. So for now, just literally shorts. We are making lower lows and lower highs. We did make a lower high here though, so we might just reject that level there. There is a higher impact level here, so it's either going to see sell pressure here or slightly above. So I'll put that one in there just as well. And then it's not making higher highs, so we'll go with that for now. Go with this level, move to the downside, simple as that. We might actually get this today or tomorrow. I think it might just consolidate today with hardly any news. It didn't really move that much on Friday as well, so probably just a move up, consolidate tomorrow, move to the downside. US 30. Okay, so US 30 has actually moved to the upside. So US 100 and US 500, the S&P, are actually moving to the upside. Sorry, to the downside, whereas US 30 closed as a pin bar last week. It's kind of ahead of the game. So let's take a look at this. Very nice level there that it did reject off. There's a daily zone there as well. Buy pressure here, buy pressure there. Just make that a daily. Okay, so weekly here is a little bit different to all the rest of the indices. US 30 does move a little bit chaotic though. So do expect this to move kind of crazy. Well, it's pretty easy with this one, isn't it? All the moves to the downside have been taken out. Move to the upside, higher high, again, higher low. Potentially going to move to the upside here. Again, I do expect this to basically close where it is now, indecision candle, for then next week to move to the upside with the Fed interest rate decision. So we could catch a nice move here. In fact, it could touch here and then close here next week. So we could go all the way to there. So exhaustion down to this level, move to the upside. Simple as that. Trying to target this key level here where we saw sell pressure and buy pressure here previously. Simple as that. Easy peasy. So that's US 30, US 100, US 500. Again, all moving differently. US 100, US 500, pretty much the same. US 30, though, kind of in a realm of its own. Let's go to gold now. So gold, we need to take in the fundamentals. Whoa, gold has moved to the downside. Okay, fair enough. So what's happening with gold? Long-term gold is super, super bullish. This usually happens in times of war, in times of turmoil. Gold moves to the upside. Medium term, gold is to the downside. Okay. Short term, gold is a -2. USD is a positive 1.7. So gold, medium term and short term is moving to the downside, which is fine. Long term to the upside, we can kind of see that on the weekly, that this is the first red candle that is being produced. It probably won't close bearish though after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So it's probably retesting a level and then it'll continue moving to the upside. We're in all-time highs here from the weekly. Gold has never been this high before. Simple as that. So what are we looking for? We're still looking for longs. It's just where, because long term is to the upside, short term and medium term are to the downside. So daily here, where do we have a key level? To be honest, we do have a lot of buy pressure here. Previous area of sell pressure turning into buy pressure. We've rejected this level quite nicely over time. So we can see that, can't we? Higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we've kind of consolidated here. We've bounced 1, 2 times now. So very, very nice level there. Yeah, so we bounced once, nice uptrend, consolidation, potential move to the upside, or this could be the break to the downside. Who knows? We'll see if we see buy pressure at this level. So what I would be looking for is a bullish engulfing candle. And also fundamentals to move to the upside. Short-term fundamentals have to be to the upside, so gold would have to go from a -1.8 to like a positive 3.4, and USD to go from a positive 1.1 into the minus section in order for me to place a long on this. But overall, the structure is still bullish. It hasn't broken this level yet. Once we break this level and we make lower lows and lower highs, then we can look for sells to the downside. But for now, we're still looking for longs because the upward trend and the buy pressure, the consolidation is still intact. So I'm looking for longs at this level here. Obviously, with price action, it'll probably be there. And then we move to the upside. So that's it. That's US 100, US 500, US 30, and gold. These are ones that I'm actually looking for trades on. Whoopsie. That's the one that we placed last week. That didn't really do well. So looking for a long on gold, looking for potential sells on US 100, potential sells on US 500, and longs on US 30. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you learned something, and I shall see you tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. for live trading. Take care, guys. Bye bye.